tonight. So, questions?
Raise your hand. Let's know who you are, who you're with. Who has the first question?
Jaden?
Jaden Watson-Fisher, Raleigh News and Observer. Dave, it kind of feels like deja vu from last year, where it's like you scrape out the week 1 win, you get your tails whooped in week 2. How do you kind of, not get stuck and feeling like, oh my God, are we going to, struggle like we did last year?
Yeah, I mean, last season has nothing to do with this season. It's a different football team, and we just weren't good enough tonight. Bottom line, we had our chances in that football game, but it got away from us. And in the second half, we're having to go for it all the time, putting our defense in a bit short field. So, it just snowballed as it went, but it's not last year, and we got a lot of work to do. Obviously, got to get back to it.
First row left.
Dave, the trouble running the ball, was that a combination of things, or was it up front you just weren't getting push? Or
I mean, I'll have to watch the film to give you a detail. I mean, it looked like we were just getting knocked into the backfield a lot. I said this all week. Their defensive line was our biggest concern, particularly defensive tackles, and we think those guys are really good players, and we just did not block them up front the way that we have to run the football. And so, it was a combination of things, and it's impossible for me to tell you exactly what they were, but I watched the line of scrimmage all night, and it wasn't going our way. It was going their way.
Third row.
Noah Fleischman, the Wolfpacker. It seemed like in the first drive, Grayson was able to get the ball out quick and move down the field. What kind of changed, I guess, from there?
Yeah, we were very efficient the first drive, and that's what I thought we were going to do was, whether we scored or not, finish every drive with a kick, worst case, a punt, possess the football, keep our defense off the field. I mean, that was our game plan, right? And it was working for a while. We were in the game. And then, the pick six, and then all of a sudden things just started to kind of unravel, and we just never got back into it, Every time we'd make a play, there'd be a penalty. I mean, it was really frustrating and not what we expected.
Second row middle.
Adam Sparks, Knoxville News Sentinel. Coach, you did have some success against Nico. You had 2 picks, pick 6. How do you size up how you guys did against Nico, and how do you defend him?
He's a good player. I mean, I thought, against their spread, we defended that very well. I mean, they hurt us on some screens, a little shovel to the running back on some plays like that. They got into bigger personnel, something they haven't done a lot on film. There was a lot of 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 back tonight with their offense. And so, credit them for changing up. Because, if you watch them, most of their formations you're going to see are 4 wides or 1 tight end formations. And so, I thought we did some good things that way, but we did not, as the game went on, stop the run. And we were out there a lot in the second half, defensively because of how we played on offense in the second half.
Coach Steve Ruth from the Associated Press, that interception return was obviously big.
Yeah, we're in the red zone. So, I mean, it flips. We're going to get 3 probably right there at least. Yeah, so it's a big swing on the scoreboard.
Did you see what happened on the play? I mean, did
yeah,
it almost look like the running back might have slowed down or stopped, or did you just overthrow him?
No, I mean, it was an RPO, and Grayson kept the football, and the tight end was open, but he had a guy in his face, so he jumped over him and just overthrew the ball. I mean, he was trying to make a play and just wasn't accurate on that one.
Back of the room.
Griffin Cunningham, Agromech. How do you feel the fans traveled today?
The what?
The fans, how'd they travel?
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, there was a lot of red in the stadium, and there's a lot of noise for us, I mean, I was very, very happy with our fans. I'm appreciative, I mean, they sold all our tickets out, and we obviously didn't deliver the game they wanted to watch, but credit to them for showing up and supporting the football team.
Back of the room, cameras.
Coach Cam Gaskins, WBTV here in Charlotte. What do you say to Grayson after a performance I'm sure he's pretty disappointed in, and how confident are you in his ability to flush this and move on?
Yeah, he's very competitive, mad at himself right now. Get back, study it, flush it, and move on, and he'll be excited to play the next game. I have great confidence in Grayson, and sometimes you have games like that as a quarterback, and as a head coach, I completely believe in him.
Take 2 more, second row.
Dave Westrucker, 24/7 Sports. The way, especially in the second half, it seemed like the entire game was played on that
Yeah.
end of the field. How difficult is it to kind of get anything going?
No, it's impossible. I mean, when you have a long field on offense and a short field on defense, I mean, against a team like that scores like they do, I mean, you can't win. I mean, you have to play field position football, and you have to have sustained drives, and you have to get off the field on 3rd and long. Like, that's how you have a chance to win against teams like that. And we did the opposite. You know, I mean, we gave our defense short fields to defend, and our offense had long fields, and our special teams weren't good enough. You know, I mean, it was a 3-phase loss. When you look at the game, all the stats, offense, defense, special teams, we lost that game as a team, and it's a lot to improve. And I look forward to the opportunity to do it.
Last question, front row.
Yeah, Rob McLean with Inside Pack Sports. What message did you convey to your team when you got to the locker, and what are your expectations from them starting Monday?
I told them the same thing I told you. I mean, it wasn't what I expected to see. You know, they won the line of scrimmage. We weren't physical enough. We turned the ball over too much. We didn't get it done. And it starts with me. You know, I'm the one that sits in there and leads the staff and our game planning and all that. But this is a really good bunch of guys, and they will go back to work. I know that. And they'll stick together. There'll be a lot of people telling them that they're no good, and that's fine. And inside the building, we got to do a great job leading, and our captains, our leadership council, all that. So it's a lot of football in front of us.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Yep.